What is going on, Diablo 2 fans? Dabrunski here. In today's video, I'm going to be counting down what I think are the top 5 builds for running Uber Tristram in Diablo 2. So it might be a little bit of a controversial list. So again, as always, let me know in the comment section below if you guys agree or completely disagree. But I do hope in general you guys like the video and somewhat agree with the list and order that I selected. Quick reminder for those that don't know though, if you guys do enjoy my YouTube content, I do stream twice a week on Twitch. The link for my Twitch channel is of course in the description below, twitch/Dabrunski125. So any follows over there on that platform would be very much appreciated. But guys, I really hope you enjoy this video. Let's jump in. So I want to quickly go over 3 tips that I would recommend for people that have maybe not tried characters outside of a Smiter for completing Uber Tristram. Just a quick rundown for you guys that are super knowledgeable in Diablo 2. You might know all of these little tips and tricks, but things are a little bit different when you're not using Smite. Smite is guaranteed chance to hit, and if you're not using a Smiter, you're going to have to focus on a couple things. Now, the first thing is, of course, you want to stack a massive attack rating. Now, a really easy way to do this outside of charms in your inventory is using dual angelics. So the angelic amulet and the angelic ring combo. When these two items are used in pair with each other, you can have a huge boost to your attack rating, and this helps you out a ton. The second little tip that I have is taking advantage of the enchant charge on Demon Limb. This is a relatively common to find unique item, and it gives you a level 21 enchant, which is again another massive boost to your attack rating. So you can pre-buff this on your melee character before you take on your mini Ubers for your organs and actual Uber Tristram. And the final tip is stacking extra open wounds. Again, like I mentioned, Smite is guaranteed chance to hit, so typically that 25% chance to cast open wounds on Drax Gloves is fine. You'll have it proc, and then it'll stay on. They'll never regenerate health. But when you're missing a lot of your hits, like a Frenzy Barb, it can be very frustrating to kind of whittle them down, and then you see their health start to come up again because your open wounds proc did not land, or it did land and then it kind of wore out. So my suggestion would be using 3 pieces of gear in combination with each other. So Drax Gloves, again, you'll probably be using these anyways for the life tap proc, but they have open wounds. Gore Rider boots for crushing blow and open wounds, and then the Rune Word body armor Duress. It's another very cheap form of crushing blow and extra open wounds, and also faster hit recovery. So for those characters that don't have an attack that's uninterruptible like Smite, that FHR is going to help you a lot. But that wraps up the 3 tips that I wanted to cover for non-Smiter characters, because 4 of the 5 characters on this list are not Smiters, so hopefully it will kind of help you guys for taking on Uber Tristram with something other than that dedicated Uber build. But yeah, guys, let's count down what I think are the top 5 Uber builds in Diablo 2. Number 5, the Kixen. I almost picked the Bear Sorceress over the Kixen for spot number 5, but the Bear Sorceress is a super niche character that requires very expensive gear, while the Kixen, on the other hand, can take advantage of a lot more common gear. This build is definitely far from being the fastest, but she can be very tanky and is capable of stacking large amounts of crushing blow. In addition, she has numerous skills that she can take advantage of, like Fade, Venom, Burst of Speed, and Cloak of Shadows. The Kixen does, however, lack a little bit in terms of raw damage, and this becomes very apparent when you're struggling to finish off the last little bit of remaining health, but overall, she's a very viable character for Uber Tristram, and that's why the Kixen earned number 5 on my list. Number 4, the Fury Druid. If any build deserves a spot on this list, it's the Fury Druid. This build is capable of reaching insane life, like more than 7,000, while at the same time being able to stack a large amount of crushing blow. Very common to find or easy to make items like Ribcracker, Duress, G-Face, and Goblin Toe can be used to make a Fury Druid capable of taking on Uber Tristram. The Fury Druid is definitely far from the perfect build though. The skill Fury can be interrupted, you have no real viable way of dealing with the physical immune bugs against Uber Duriel, and it's very easy for your Fury attacks to be split between multiple minions in Uber Tristram. This last point can make it very frustrating when you're trying to farm torches with this build. But overall, the massive life pool and variety of budget items to choose from makes this an excellent choice for Uber Tristram, ultimately making the Fury Druid worthy of spot number 4. Number 3, the Frenzy Barbarian. The Frenzy Barb is one of my personal favorite builds for farming Uber Tristram. Weapon combos using Death and Grief in combination with the Weapon Swing bug allows for a very fast attack speed with a large amount of crushing blow. Mastery skills like Natural Res make it easier to combat Uber Mephisto's Conviction Aura, while War Cries like Howl provide an effective way of dealing with excess minions. There is really only one thing that the Frenzy Barb suffers from, and it's slower clear speed. It has probably the slowest clear speed of all the builds that I've mentioned so far. Additionally, it can be very challenging to stack a high enough attack rating to not feel like you're constantly missing. But in my opinion, the survivability outweighs the slow clear speed, bringing the Frenzy Barb in at spot number 3 for the top 5 Uber farming builds in Diablo 2. Number 2, the Summon Necro. This build just lost out on spot number 1 on my list. The Summon Necro is a fantastic build for farming Uber Tristram. With expensive gear, it's possible to perform mini Ubers and Uber Tristram within 5 minutes. It is really impressive how revives, regular summons, a powerful mercenary, and some support auras can completely obliterate Ubers. The only real downside to this build is probably the expensive gear that is required. Enigma, Beast, and Infinity are somewhat mandatory for fast Uber Tristram runs. Additionally, the process of hunting down Udars for revives to stack Crushing Blow can be somewhat tedious as well. But with some properly executed telestomps and support curses like Decrep and Terror, you can clear Uber Tristram with ease. Expensive gear though and tedious summoning is really the only thing that's holding back the Summon Necro from spot number 1 on my list. Number 1, the Smiter. You guys probably already knew that this build was going to come in at number 1. There was no better build in the game for Uber Tristram. Smite always hits, it can't be interrupted, it works with Crushing Blow, and Paladin exclusive rune words like Exile serve as an easy source of life tap. Personally, the 75 FCR teleporting Smiter is probably my favorite setup because it allows you to farm organs very quickly and you can use teleport to get out of very nasty situations. Defensive auras like Resist Lightning also allow the Smiter to cap his maximum lightning res much higher than 75, while skills like Conviction can be used to entirely cancel out Uber Mephisto's aura. Even budget Smiters can make quick work of Ubers, and this is largely due to the mechanics of Smite. This build is literally tailor-made for Ubers, and the fact that even budget Smiters are capable of Uber Tristram just makes it so that I can't see how anyone would rate the Smiter any different than the number 1 Uber Tristram build in Diablo 2. Well guys, there you have it. That wraps up today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, let me know in the comment section below if you guys agree or disagree with my choice of builds and of course the order for this video. And as always, if you guys could throw a like on this video, share it, and even consider subscribing if you're new to my channel. I post new weekly content on YouTube, and I do stream twice a week on Twitch. So any follows on Twitch or subs on YouTube would be amazing. Other than that, guys, hope you have a fan-frickin-tastic day, and I'll catch you on my next video or live stream. Peace out.